So I was scrolling through my Facebook feed the other day, and I came across an advertisement from Toyota about the 2019 Supra, which is really no surprise because the Supra is supposed to be being debuted next week at the Detroit Auto Show. So in the comment section, as per usual with any post having anything to do with the new Supra, someone was in there asking if it's going to come with a 2JZ, which, shockingly, no, it will not be coming with a 2JZ. A brand new sports car in 2019 is not going to be coming with an engine that was developed 30 years ago. That's just not how it works, unless it's an STI. But anyway, Toyota actually responded to this, and I find what they said to be pretty interesting. They said, and I quote, "While our initial release Supra will come packed with a 3-liter turbocharged inline-6, our 4-cylinder model will allow 2JZ swaps for our dedicated Toyota fans. All the tech specs will officially be announced at the Detroit Auto Show January 14th. What does that mean? Now, obviously, if you try hard enough, you can really swap any engine into any car, but they said that the 4-cylinder will allow 2JZ swaps. So, more or less, it sounds like that Toyota, in some shape, way, or form, has actually taken into account the fact that people will want a 2JZ swap to 890. Which, if that's the case, I'll really give Toyota points for that one, because most, if not any manufacturers, would not accommodate modifications when they're developing a new platform, let alone engine swaps. This isn't actually the first time Toyota's done this. In Japan, you can get a version of the 8.6 called the RC, which is basically just a stripped-down 8.6, like no radio, no AC, steely wheels, all that stuff. And they sell it with the intent that people are going to buy it and just make it a purpose-built race car. So with that, what they said about the Supra, and the fact that they've been hard advertising the manual transmission for the Corolla hatchback, it seems like Toyota is trying their best to cater to enthusiasts. I am late to this. This was actually known back in July that the 4-cylinder will allow 2JZ swaps, but I've only really seen Motor Authority cover it, and I only found out about it 3 days ago, so a lot of people might not know this is actually a thing, and since it's debuting in a couple days, it seems like an appropriate time to make a video about it. But what do they mean by it will allow 2JZ swaps? Will they be selling swap kits with wiring harnesses and ECUs? Will they be making engine mount? Can you use the original Getrag transmission? Maybe even the CD09? Will they be selling adapter plates so you can hook the 2J up to the 8-speed or the possibly existing manual transmission? I don't know. Hence why I'm stating all of this in the form of questions. And by the way, there is a manual transmission for the Supra. It does exist. However, it's still not confirmed, and I'll read a statement about that. And the statement reads, Masayuki Kai, the assistant chief engineer for the 890 Supra, confirmed that Toyota has developed a manual gearbox for the forthcoming coupe, countering earlier reports that the latest Supra would be automatic only. This is not yet finally decided, Kai said. Depending on feedback from the market, we will decide if we should introduce manual transmission. So basically, if there's demand for it, they'll drop the manual in it. And there will be demand for it. It'll mostly be coming through people in Car Throttle's Facebook comments who can't even afford it, but nonetheless, there will be demand for it. No, but for real, I do think it's actually going to happen, and no, not because manual master race, it's a genuine prediction. I mean, they already have the thing developed, it just seems really likely at this point. But there's also speculation that the manual could be sold in right-hand drive markets only because of this statement. Kai further elaborated, we have developed it, yes. There is hardware ready. Right-hand drive? Yes, of course, it needs to be sold in Japan, which is a right-hand drive market. I don't really know how they got that assumption out of that statement. I really don't see any evidence within that statement that would indicate that that's going to be a reality. If they do sell a manual transmission, I think they're just going to sell worldwide. With all that being said, I guess we'll just have to wait till next week for the full review, and hopefully we'll be able to find out more. Hopefully. So, what do you guys think? A lot of possibilities. But there is definitely one certainty. Someone will be running a 2JZ swapped A90 in 4-wheel drift. And it's probably going to be Ryan Turk. Calling that right now. So, what do you guys think? A lot of possibilities. But one certainty. Someone will be running an A90 Supra with a 2JZ in 4-wheel drift in 2019. And it's probably going to be Ryan Turk. Calling that right now. Alright, well, I will most likely be talking more about this after the North American Auto Show, so I will see you guys after that. And who knows, maybe they'll bring it to the Philly Auto Show. Although I highly doubt it. No one really brings anything nice to the Philly Auto Show. Probably because it would just get stolen before it gets taken off the trailer.